Have you ever noticed how loneliness hits different at night? Hi, everyone! I'm Erica, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, here is another more interesting hidden logic for you. Watch till the end. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment on it. As the sun sets and the world around us quiets down, we find ourselves enveloped in a blanket of solitude that can be both unsettling and overwhelming. In the hushed hours of the night, it's just us and our thoughts, and that can be a very powerful combination. At night, when the rest of the world is asleep, we're confronted with our own company, whether we like it or not. And this can bring up a myriad of emotions, from the peaceful acceptance of solitude to the suffocating grip of loneliness. But what makes this feeling so intense during the night? Is there something about the darkness that brings out the worst in our feelings of isolation? In this video, we want to explore the complex relationship between loneliness and the night. So if you're someone who has ever felt the crushing weight of loneliness in the dead of the night, know that you're not alone. Stick around and let's figure out, why does loneliness feel heavier at night? Daylight, distractions. First off, let's talk about the daytime. We're usually pretty good at keeping our loneliness at bay during the day. There are too many distractions going on. You wake up, get ready, eat breakfast, go to school or work. There are all kinds of things that take up our time and attention. If you have friends or family around, even better. If not, well, there's still the internet. We can spend hours scrolling through social media, seeing what other people are doing, which can sometimes make us feel a little bit better or sometimes worse. But either way, it keeps us busy. We watch videos, read news articles, chat with friends online. Our days are packed with activities and mental stimulation. And for most of us, that's a good thing. We do really notice how heavy the loneliness might be because we're too caught up in everything else going on. But then the evening comes, evening quiet. As the day winds down though, and the evening quiet descends, that's when the loneliness can start to creep in. Once the distractions fade away, we're left with just ourselves and our thoughts. And for some people, that can be really hard to deal with. We start to feel the weight of our solitude, the heaviness of our loneliness. It's like a physical presence, a dark cloud hanging over us. We may lie in bed trying to sleep, but the quiet of the night makes it impossible to rest. We toss and turn, our minds racing, thinking about all the things we wish we had, the people we wish were here. The silence of the night. The silence of the night can be deafening. When the rest of the world is sleeping, there's no background noise to drown out the thoughts in our heads. We hear every creak of the house, every rustle of the wind outside. And in that silence, our thoughts echo. They bounce around in our heads, amplifying our feelings of loneliness. We start to question ourselves, wondering why we're feeling this way, why we're so alone. And the more we think about it, the worse we feel. It's like a vicious cycle. The silence makes us The overthinking makes us feel worse. And the loneliness just grows and grows until it feels like it's consuming us. Loneliness and memories. Loneliness at night can also be tied to our memories. As the day fades away, we start to reminisce about the past. We think about times when we were happy, when we had friends around, when life felt a little less lonely. We may look through old photo albums, scroll through our social media feeds, trying to recapture a moment, a feeling. But the more we do this, the worse we feel. We realize how much has changed, how much has slipped away. And the contrast between our past and present can be painful. It's like a constant reminder of what we've lost, what we no longer have. And that can make the loneliness feel even more intense. Loneliness and fears. Loneliness can also bring up our deepest fears. When we're alone with our thoughts at night, we start to worry about things like death, the future, what happens after we die. We contemplate the mysteries of life, the things we don't understand. And that can be scary. It's like we're facing the unknown head-on, and it can be terrifying. These thoughts may seem irrational, but they're natural. We're worried about the things we can't control, the things we can't change. And in that fear, the loneliness can grow. It feels like we're facing these fears alone, without anyone to turn to for comfort. And that can make the night even darker, the loneliness even deeper. Loneliness and regrets. Another reason why loneliness feels heavier at night is because we tend to ruminate on our regrets. During the day, we're usually too busy to dwell on the past. But at night, when we're lying in bed and the silence is deafening, that's when those regrets come flooding back. We think about the mistakes we've made, the opportunities we've missed, the people we've hurt, and the more we think about it, the worse we feel. We start to beat ourselves up over the things we can't change, the things we can't fix, and in that self-blame, the loneliness can intensify. It feels like we're carrying the weight of our past, the burden of our mistakes, and no one else knows about it. And that can make the night long and lonely. When thoughts consume us, one of the reasons why loneliness can feel so heavy at night is because we give our thoughts free rein. During the day, we're usually focused on tasks, conversations, distractions, but at night, when we're alone with our thoughts, that's when we can get lost in our own minds. We start to overanalyze everything, thinking about what people said, what we did. We start to question ourselves, our choices, our beliefs. And that can be exhausting. It's like our thoughts are consuming us, eating away at our peace of mind. And in that consumption, the loneliness can grow. It feels like our thoughts are betraying us, turning on us, and we can't escape. And that can make the night even more unbearable. Confronting ourselves. Finally, let's talk about confronting ourselves. One of the most difficult things about loneliness is that it forces us to look inward. When we're surrounded by people, we can easily distract ourselves from the things we need to face. But when we're alone with our thoughts at night, that's when we have to confront ourselves. We can't hide from the things we've been ignoring, the issues we've been avoiding. And that can be scary. It's like we being forced to look at the parts of ourselves we'd rather not see, the things we'd rather forget. And in that confrontation, the loneliness can feel heavy. It feels like we're facing our demons, our past, our fears. And it can be overwhelming. But this is also where the opportunity for growth lies. By facing our loneliness, by confronting our thoughts and feelings, we can start to heal. We can start to move forward. But it's not easy. It takes strength, courage, and a willingness to be vulnerable. If you're someone who's struggling with loneliness, know that you're not alone. Many of us have experienced the suffocating grip of loneliness in the dead of the night. And while it may be challenging to navigate these feelings, it's important to remember that you're stronger than the darkness that surrounds you. The night doesn't come to punish you. It comes to teach you how strong you really are. When the only voice left is your own, reach out for help, talk to someone you trust, or seek professional guidance. Your feelings are valid, and you deserve to find the light even in the darkest of nights. Also, please don't forget to leave a comment below. We would love to hear your story. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.